His lasting impact has been the way he empowers all of us to find our purpose.
He was always made for this job, and it's mainly because of one thing and one thing only, is that he loves this school.
I know what an impact he made on my son through those football years and the lessons that he learned that were life lessons.
When I was a kid, I grew up on Leo Street in Broadmoor, and just down the street from us was the LeBlanc's house. And every day I'd go over and either play football at their house or wiffle ball at our house. So I was always around the LeBlancs. Dut and Mike were the two brothers that were my best friends. And all of a sudden this other one came along named Johnny, who, if y'all can believe this, actually had the biggest, curliest, blondest hair that his mother refused to cut when he was a kid. And so his hair was down to his back. And when he was a little kid, we would be playing football at the LeBlanc's house, and they had a broken window. A pane of glass was missing. And Johnny used to stick his enormous hair out the window on his knee. He couldn't even walk yet, and watch us play football. That's one of my first memories of Johnny LeBlanc, is having a massive hair, which, like I said, is kind of hard to believe now, but watching us play sports.
He was a year behind me, so he played ball. We played football and baseball together. So, you know, when it was all boys, it was a little different. You knew pretty much everybody and all the boys in the school, whether they were older or younger, you knew them, and especially if you played ball, because at lunchtime we were out hitting in the cage, you know, at lunch, and it was always so it was his freshman year, and I can even remember when he was at St. Joe's and I was at St. John's playing against him in basketball. So it's been a 42-year deal.
What I remember most is he was a real unselfish kid, because in high school you got to play multiple positions, so whoever pitched, he played that position. And then his last year had to move him behind the plate, and I don't think he was too crazy about that, but he did anything he could for the team. And just a good student, great kid, pleasure to coach, and most power, as good a power as I've ever seen anywhere.
When he was in high school, he was a tremendous baseball player, I can tell you that. All the legends pretty much are true. He was on some great teams, but Johnny was a tremendous left-handed hitter. We used to call him the professional hitter, because every time he get up to the plate, you knew he could get a hit, and usually always came through.
Johnny LeBlanc was one of my students. He was your average student. He was good and attended my math classes. But he was your average student in class. He had a tendency to push the limits a little. He always had a wit about him, making a little joke, but he worked hard in class, but he was a typical student. He had a tendency to get in a little trouble every once in a while, but I always enjoyed having him. He had a good personality.
I have known John LeBlanc since he was probably 16 or 17 years old. He was a high school junior, and I had him in speech class. Johnny was a lot of fun. He was always keeping me on my toes, but one thing, he was happy, and I knew he was just full of life and full of energy.
When Johnny came to Loyola and started teaching, it was an easy transition. I always enjoyed having him around as a student and getting to know him as more of an adult. He did a great job teaching math at that time and did an excellent job coaching.
When I came back to Loyola, he was here as assistant principal and as football coach. He did a tremendous job with football. He's very passionate about it.
My probably favorite memory of him as a co-worker was really watching him coach. Knowing that he played high school sports and came back and started teaching and coaching. I was watching him on the sideline, how much he had to progress and how he dealt with students, because he always cared about the students.
He was very tough on his kids, but his kids always showed great respect for him, and they always played hard, and the success showed in what they were able to do.
To me personally, you're the living embodiment of what it means to be a Flyer. If I had to be honest with you, though, I'm not having an easy time putting this message together. Because for as long as I've been gone and living in California and moving around, etc., it's warmed my heart knowing that you were the one shepherding our alma mater. And I say that because truthfully, you're one of the best leaders I've known my entire life. And definitely my favorite coach. My time at Loyola has meant so much to my life that I'm forever grateful. Obviously, one of my favorite memories is early in '97 when I took that interception back almost like 107 yards for a touchdown. And one of the greatest lessons that I took from our time together is about the power of the collective. See, individual success means nothing without good people to share it with. And Coach, I know that's been your MO since day one. It's one of a myriad of things that makes you a truly special leader. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Fall of 1997, you were a wonderful, wonderful ambassador for that school, a great friend for me, and a great colleague to work with. And what you've done for that place and all the people that have gone through that place, both as teachers and coaches and most importantly students, is world-changing. You have changed the world one kid at a time, and I know you changed my world by being my friend, my buddy, and my colleague. We had a lot of great times together. I know we have a lot of great times ahead.
He was the first coach that I ever wanted to play for. His ability to instill discipline, a commitment to excellence, that's what I remember the most. My freshman year playing for him in football and baseball, just taking complete ownership of his teams and instilling his mentality, his culture onto those teams.
The fall of 1998, when I was the offensive coordinator and we made it to the semifinals of the state tournament, is a time in my life that I always look back on with great fondness. And not many words to express how much I appreciate you in my life and how much I appreciate all that you've done for Loyola College Prep.
When he became principal, I was excited for him. I always knew that he had a little bit of a temper and how he was going to be able to temper that in this new job. But just like he did everything else, he came in, took control, handled people well, and I think did an excellent job administrating the school.
He's the best boss I've ever had, hands down. You never have to worry about being backed up. You know that no matter what decision you make, be it right or wrong, he'll try to help you through the process regardless. He is an advocate for students, for teachers, for staff members.
Whatever it was about my job that he expected me to do, he never micromanaged me. He always gave me the freedom to do what he knew that I knew would be the best thing for the students and for the school. There was this trust. I trusted him to do what he needed to do, and he trusted me, and I really, really appreciated that.
When I had the opportunity to come here, it was more of coming and helping him, and I was shocked when I got here of how well he had done, how well the place looked, the things he had set up here, because you got to understand, when I left before, I mean, the cafeteria was downstairs. There was, it was just totally different. And I get here and I was shocked at what all he'd done and how he had grown up into doing a fantastic job.
I know when he came to my house years ago, he was fundraising. I mean, he was passionate about making Loyola a better place.
I've been here for 27 years, I think, and Johnny's been here for almost all of them, and it's just been a joy to work with him, for him, however you want to say it. He's done a tremendous job in everything he's done, whether it's football coach or assistant principal or advancement director.
His love for Loyola is true, because to stay anywhere 30 plus years or whatever it's been is quite remarkable.
Well, I think he's the ultimate connector for Loyola. He connects not just young alumni, but older alumni as well. He was the one that kind of brought me back to Loyola.
He has been the kind of leader that has not only inspired, but has also shown great care and great love for everyone in the Loyola community. I cannot imagine knowing a finer person. He is like a brother to me, and I love him dearly.
It's more like having a brother than it is, a friend or a boss.
No matter what else he's done, the money he's raised, or whatever the academic numbers or athletic numbers might be, the bottom line is Johnny LeBlanc loves Loyola College Prep, and it shows, and it always has, and I know it always will.
I know how important Catholic education is to Johnny, and he gave it his all. He gave it his all, and a part of him will always be in the halls of Loyola.